We are 72 hours removed. Not even, this is 48 hours removed. Right now we're 72 hours removed. When this was posted, we were 48 hours removed from Caitlin Clark dropping 45 and 10. Nobody in WNBA history has ever had a 40 and 10 game. Caitlin Clark has more 30 and 10 assist games than every player in WNBA history combined. And we're less than one single day after this was recorded.
So what is it?
By the way, again, when this was recorded, the last thing Caitlin Clark did. When this was recorded, the last thing Caitlin Clark did was drop 45 and 10. This is after the 45 and 10 game. Let's take a listen.
WNBA is supposed to do when the fan base that followed her want her to be marketed to the max, but she's not your best player. That's a bad situation to be in.
No, it's not. Let's be very, very clear. LeBron James was being marketed to the max when he wasn't the best player in the league. Kobe Bryant, when he wasn't the best player in the league in the early 2000s, was. Obviously, they kind of, stopped a little bit of the Kobe thing after the Denver situation. Allen Iverson was never the best player in the NBA. He was the most marketed player in the NBA. That happens. That's always happened. Do you realize that the argument right now is, which of Ja Morant or Ja Morant was supposed to be the face of the NBA? Does anyone believe? Nobody believes that at any stage, not one person believes that Ja Morant was ever going to be the best player in the league. But, no one wants to say. We're literally at the stage where people are like, oh, you see those the five best players in the NBA? None of them can be the face because they're not American. That's the way it's talking about. They're talking about Ohtani can't be the face of... They were talking about Ohtani can't be the face of the MLB because he's not American. All of this stuff. These are conversations that have been had in sports. But now apparently because Caitlin Clark is only the third best player in the world, maybe the second best player in the world, and not the best player in the world, is a problem.
And with the most marketable player and the player with the most fans is not my best player.
That's fine. That's happened in 90% of sports leagues at different times. Lionel Messi is not the best football player in the world. He was the main driving force as far as individuals go. He was the main story of the World Cup. He's still, quote unquote, the face of football. He's not the best player in the world, nor is he even close to it right now.
When Yao Ming was the favorite for every All-Star fan vote, where he was getting the number one, that shows that he's their most...
No, it just shows he's from a country with 1 billion people and they all voted for him. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Caitlin's from a small state. It's like saying, I don't know, realistically, if they really wanted to push for it, if Chinese people really wanted to push for it, they could have gotten, Han as the highest All-Star vote getter.
Fanned out player that's in the league. He has the most fans following.
No, he doesn't. He was just from China and there was a push to get Chinese people to vote. Just like when Jaja Pachulia. When Jaja Pachulia used to win the fan vote, it was a thing in Georgia. They literally made it a nationwide thing. Let's get Jaja to the All-Star game. That was literally it. Did he have the most fans? No. It was literally an entire country just decided they want to vote for him. How dumb do you have to be for some of these arguments? And not only that, she voted for 45 and 10. 24 hours before recording this. Within the 24 hours of this being recorded, she had 45 and 10.
Did they turn Yao Ming into the star of the league and say, well, sorry, Shaq, sorry, Kobe?
No, because it's completely different fucking context. Oh my God, let's be real. The most viewed NBA game of all time is Yi Jianlian versus Yao Ming in their first ever regular season matchup. It's the most viewed NBA game ever. That doesn't mean either of them are the face of the NBA. It literally just means they're from a country with 1.5 billion people and where basketball is their biggest sport. What the fuck are you talking about?
We got to roll with Yao Ming. He got more fans. No, but that's what Caitlin's fans want.
What? No. Are you I mean this. Are you all there? Are you all there? This is the dumbest argument ever. If you want to say, I don't know. But let's be very clear. Yao Ming, comparing, I think it's Asia and a big gap for who the best player in the WNBA is. But we saw, Stewie's team has lost 4 games in a row. We've seen I think that second best player in the world is wide open. We haven't seen Fee, and Fee looks like when she's practicing, when we've seen clips of Fee moving, that she can't move. So, yeah, there is open conversations. There's Olivia Miles. There's Caitlin Clark, Paige Bueckers. I don't think Olivia Miles has been doing it for quite long enough. But when we get into year 2, if she's still doing this, okay, cool. But Caitlin, Paige, like Caitlin's second in assists and 5th in points. Nobody has ever averaged 20 and 8 for a month. And if before Caitlin Clark's minutes restriction, she was averaging that on the season. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, she is undoubtedly a top 5 player in the world. And her impact on the game on the offensive end is the best. She's the best offensive player in the league. Like, in terms of her overall impact on offense, not scorer. Best offensive player in the league. At the end of the day, she that is what she is. She is if you want to argue her anywhere between 2 and 6, I'm not gonna complain that much, because the form that Kelsey Mitchell is in right now, okay, cool. We're putting her into that conversation. It's actually scary what she's doing right now. But again, a player who didn't really show this form until year 8 of their career, I don't know. But like, you've got Paige, Caitlin, Miles. I think they're all better than Stewie. I just don't think Stewie's that as impactful as people think. But fuck it. Let's put Stewie in that conversation. Then cool. And Kelsey Mitchell. And then you've got a core 6 that I think there's a gap between them and the rest. Alyssa Thomas is not in that conversation right now. Marina Mabry, I'm sorry, like, I'm not putting a 30-year-old 0-time All-Star in a top 10 player conversation. I'm not doing that. Until they do this 2 seasons in a row or make the playoffs as a number 1 option, I'm not doing that. But like, Aaliyah, no. Aaliyah's not in that conversation either. Like, Yao Ming was never the best at his position. He was the 2nd or 3rd best center in the NBA in an era where Dwight Howard was making the All-NBA first team every single year. Like, he's comparing her to Yao Ming, who literally made those All-Star teams because of what country he was from. He didn't have the most fans. He was just from China, you fucking dumbass.
WNBA to do. All because, hey, look, we follow her over here. You have to make us happy because she brought all the fans here.
And she did. Like, the league doesn't have to cater to Caitlin Clark, but it can't cater to people that want to tear her down, which it's done. Like, it can't do the opposite. The problem isn't that the league is treating Caitlin Clark like any other player. The league is treating Caitlin Clark as lesser than any other player. The league has set multiple investigations at it involving her. The league has made her do a whole bunch of things. The league has allowed... Everyone's like, oh, you know, even if it wasn't racist what Sandy Brandello said, she still insulted Angel. How many coaches have been caught on a hot mic talking about Caitlin Clark? How many players, not even on a hot mic, have actively come out and shit on Caitlin Clark? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? How many times has Caitlin been called the B word by other players caught on a hot mic? More times than I can count. Like, Caitlin Clark effect is almost over. This was released. I'm just going to tweet this out. What was it? She had 45 and 10 assists with a game, like a game-saving steal, followed by a game with a game winner. Winner 72 hours ago. 68 hours ago. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, are you okay? Are you okay in the head? Like, I understand you've got Caitlin Clark derangement syndrome, but like, I'm sorry. Are you all right? Are you all right? I get it. Like, I fully get it. The Caitlin Clark effect is almost over. She won Player of the Week. She is the most recent WNBA Player of the Week. She is the most recent WNBA. If you guys don't know, I hate saying this, but like viewership numbers, they're still breaking records. The Commissioner's Cup final this year only had 400,000 viewers on Prime. Caitlin Clark rocks up on Prime. There's 1.2 million. Like, I don't think people understand that the WNBA viewership is down this year on last year. It's the reason they're not celebrating viewership. But Caitlin Clark games are up on last year, which is mad. I never thought I'd see today. But Caitlin Clark games are actually at least level, if not up on last year. Attendance is a little bit down for home games, but they still have the highest away attendance. That being said, the overall viewership of the WNBA is tanking, unless a game is on a primetime slot or a lead into a Caitlin Clark. It is tanking. But anyway, yeah, it is. This is hilarious. I want to see some of this. I guess everyone loves Tiger Woods because someone said mostly people identify with race. I actually couldn't give a shit. Like, if you guys know any, like, I'm Irish. I'm Irish. I like Caitlin Clark's game. I couldn't give a fuck. Like, I mean this when I say this. If I wanted to hype up somebody because of race, I'd be pretending Maureen Johannes is the greatest player in the world. I'd be, ranting about why no teams have signed Claire Amelia. I'd be complaining about Texas and Oklahoma's coaches for not playing Grace Prenter or Emma Tolan enough. If that's what you're blinded by, no, she plays basketball in a way where it's like, you're seeing it more and more, where it's just like, she genuinely could be, like, you have to watch a Caitlin Clark game because at any given time, she could go on a 3-minute spell where she makes 5 plays that no one else in the league can make. That's the reason why people watch Caitlin Clark. But, like, she is the current player of the week. She is the current player of the week. She has more 30 and 10 games than every other player combined. Again, I don't know who this guy is. I'm guessing he's just rage baiting for a clip. The Caitlin Clark effect is...
Last thing I'm going to get into, y'all.
Sorry. The Caitlin Clark effect is dead. Is this a 20-minute rant about Caitlin Clark? Okay, cool. Oh, 1 month ago. 1 month ago. Oh my God, this dumbass. So wait. He recorded something on the 9th of June. He recorded something on the 9th of June, which was basically during the Let's Shit on Caitlin era, when her and Stephanie White got at it and the Portland Fire game. So that was when that happened. I don't actually know. The 9th of June was after she cooked the Atlanta Dream. Oh my God. He went on a 20-minute rant about Caitlin Clark 6 weeks ago and decided to post it 48 hours after she had 45 and 10. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. So again, since posting this, Caitlin Clark has had two 30 and 10 games. Chicago Sky and Seattle Storm. She's had one fist to the throat where she was probably going to have another 30 and 10 game. She was on 19 and 9 assists with a quarter and a half to go. She was probably going to have another 30 and 10 game. It is hilarious. It is actually hilarious. I didn't even realize. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you.